Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well and that you are ready for all that is going to be shared in this video. So today's video I thought would be a really great idea to just sort of go through my collection and pick out products that I think would be perfect for the springtime. Today is March 8th, so I don't know when this video will be up, but still within the beginning of March, which means that springtime is near, and I am so ready for the warmer weather and everything that comes with spring weather. But spring colors are one of the easiest ways to sort of just transition from the winter and fall vibe to sort of a warmer weather. So I went through my makeup collection and kind of just picked out eyeshadow palettes, eye toppers, liners, blushes, and just some products that I think would be amazing for the springtime. So if you would like to see what items I picked out, well then just keep on watching. All right, so let's jump right into it. And I think the first category that we'll tackle is eyeshadow palettes because I have quite a few here. Most of them are drugstore, but I did just try and kind of look and just looked at the color palette and color story. So we'll start off with the e.l.f. Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. This palette just screams summer, spring, fall. It's such a good palette to just be able to use all year round, but honestly this whole side just screams spring to me, fall, like it just screams everything. And these are just such beautiful colors to just be able to wear, as well as these to just sort of be able to incorporate some pop of colors. If you are sort of just like new to the eyeshadow game, or you're just trying to incorporate something, you can always just put one wash of color over the eyes, sort of something like similar to what I did in the look that I have on now, and you can easily just pair like one color over the lid, add mascara, and you have an entire look. So I think this color story in this palette is just absolutely perfection. It is e.l.f., so I think that it's definitely less than like $20. I'm just gonna swatch a few of these for you just so that you can see it, because I like to see swatches. Okay, so I am just gonna be swatching some of the metallic and shimmers just so that you can see. This is 3 from that e.l.f. palette, and they are just such beautiful colors. I just swatched this one, and that one, because those are the 3 that kind of just automatically draw my eye. But such a good palette for the springtime, and definitely would recommend. Moving on to the next palettes, I am going to try and go through these quickly, so I might not swatch from all of them just because I have a lot of products. Like I have this little box and I just sort of filled it up with items that I want to talk to you guys about, so I want to make sure that I get to all of them. But the second palette that I think is such a good one for the springtime is the So Jaded Kathleen Lights and Colourpop collaboration. Like, just look at this beauty. There's literally every single type of color that you could possibly need. All of these colors just absolutely scream fall, but also spring. Like, I just love how versatile these palettes are, and they are just so beautiful for the springtime. You have your blues, you have your greens, and you have your neutral colors to just be able to absolutely wear for any occasion. This is definitely my favorite from the palette because it's sort of like that super shock shadow formula, and it literally looks like wet, which is insane. Let me just swatch that here for you so you can see it. It feels amazing. I love it, and it is just so pretty. It's a beautiful eye topper. It doesn't really have much of a base color, which means that it'll work so well with any of the other colors that you have in that palette. And I think this one for Colourpop, I think might be a little pricier, maybe within the high 20s or low 30s, but I think it's still such a good palette to have, and I would definitely say for the springtime. Another Colourpop palette that I would so recommend and pull out for the springtime is this beautiful palette called Sweet Talk. This is literally the palette that comes to mind whenever I think of my collection and sort of just trying to think of what palette I would want to use in the springtime, because it has those beautiful coral pinky colors that just look absolutely beautiful. And I love that you can also use these same shadows for blush, which is definitely something I will be using just because I'm so drawn to these colors as is on the lid, but also for blush. I think that'll look so pretty for a monochromatic vibe, to just have really beautiful pinky blushed cheeks as well as on your eyes. So Sweet Talk palette, definitely a spring favorite. We'll go into Nabla, and Nabla is just one of these brands that just master the eyeshadow formula. It just looks absolutely beautiful. I love their brand. So pretty, and I think that they're so blooming. Even just the packaging screams springtime with the beautiful flowers and the pinks and the blues and the purples, just absolutely beautiful. And once again, we have a similar color story to that last one that I showed from Colourpop with those really pretty pinks, but we also have these purples and these shimmers that I think are just absolute perfection. And this color is just the one that screams to me. And once again, I'm looking at these colors and I'm just like, this would look so beautiful as a blush. And honestly, you know what? We're gonna put some on for blush, because I keep talking about it and I'm just like, I want to see how that'll look on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna take this color up here called Bolero, and I'm just gonna put some on it. And she is very pigmented, so I'm just gonna pat it on a little bit there, and then we're just gonna apply it to the cheeks. And oh my goodness, it just looks so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And I'm just also mixing in some of that color Gia to just neutralize it and make it a bit more neutral. Oh my goodness, I love it. It looks so pretty. These are just the beautiful blush colors that I love, and I think they will look so beautiful on the eyes as well. So definitely would recommend the So Blooming palette from Nabla as well. The next palette is the Maybelline Nudes of New York one, and this one I would say is more for the neutral girl who doesn't really like any color but wants some of those softer neutral colors incorporated, as well as these deeper. This is just such a beautiful neutral palette that can work so well for the fall time, for the springtime, for like, this is a year-round palette, but just these colors are just perfect for the springtime, because when I think of springtime, I think of like glowy makeup, soft makeup, like really pretty blush corally colors. So I think that this palette would be so perfect. It's Maybelline, so I think it's definitely under $20, I believe. Their formula is great and super easy to find, so this is another one that I would definitely suggest. Moving on, we have BH Cosmetics Hanging in Hawaii eyeshadow palette, and this is actually a recent purchase. My older sister got it for me, and I've been eyeing this palette for so long just because I love the color story. As you can see, there's definitely a pattern in the types of palettes that I go for specifically for the springtime, because they have these beautiful pink blush colors. Like, I am just here for it. I love it. I think it looks so pretty, and like I've said earlier, I think that monochromatic look, or just sort of having a blush color that can transition into the eyeshadow, looks so beautiful. So for the springtime, I'm definitely gonna make an effort and continue to use these really pretty coral pink colors on the eye, and this color story just speaks to me so much, gives me vacation vibes, springtime vibes. So I would definitely be using this one in the springtime as well. Thank you, Cheska, you're a real one. I've showed you for the most part some palettes that have these really pretty blush and pink tones, but another thing that I think is so fun for the springtime is just incorporating some color on the eyes. So similar to the look that I have on my eye, I think that purples, greens, blues are perfect colors to incorporate into your makeup look for the springtime. So I would definitely, I cannot do this video without showing you guys the palette that I use to create the look that I have, and that is the Colourpop It's My Pleasure. This is an all purple based eyeshadow palette, and it is just so beautiful. This is the color, these two colors are the ones that I have on my eyelids, and I absolutely love it. I think that Colourpop mastered this color story as well as their formula, which is really great. Absolutely love it. And another palette that I have is this Huda Beauty from their neon collection, and I think this is their green neon collection, and I think these colors are just so beautiful. I love that there's these neon sort of pops of color that you can put as an inner corner, or you can even put all over your eye. Once again, we have that pink blush that I am constantly telling you guys I'm obsessed with. But what I love of this palette is just that it has a lot of fun colors to be able to put as eye toppers, and Huda Beauty really masters that. This one is one of them, and it just looks super wet. I absolutely love it. We have that blue. So these are all just colors that would look so beautiful over the eye, over the lid, to just create a beautiful, fun look. So, you know, you can always just go with colors like that to just be able to have a really nice sparkle and shimmer over the lid. So this is definitely another one that I would say would be a definite fun staple makeup product to be able to have to use in the springtime. So the last palette that I have, and trust me, there's so many more, but I really did try to condense it to at least under than 10, is going to be this NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. And this color story is just so beautiful, and you can literally use it year round. You have your darks, you have your lights, you have your colors that are perfect for the springtime, but for the springtime you have all of these beautiful colors right here that you can use over the lid on their own, or kind of just be able to mix together. You have these really pretty purples up here to be able to achieve a similar look, and I think this palette is just so beautiful. The color story speaks to me. It is just absolutely beautiful, and I would definitely say it's one of those palettes that you can have and not only use for the springtime, you can literally use this all year round. You have your black, you have your inner corner colors, you have your metallics, you have your shimmers. You just have so many colors to work with here that is just absolute perfection. Okay, so that is all for eyeshadow palettes. Let's stick to the eyes, and I'm just gonna share a few eye toppers or eye products that are not eyeshadow palettes but will work so good for the springtime. Another product that I use on my eye to sort of be able to achieve this really pretty purple look are the Huda Beauty Matte and Metal Melted Shadows, and these are so good. You get your matte color on top, and you also get a shimmer that is very similar or monochromatic to that color on this side. So you can literally create an entire look with just one product. You put your base, and you can put this in the center to sort of just have a little metallic feel to it. Same with the purple, and that's what I did. And these colors are perfect for the springtime. They're so beautiful, so pigmented. Watch my previous video to see how I apply this one. You literally just need one swipe and your eye is completely covered. So I would definitely recommend these. They have tons of colors. If you don't want a pop of color, they have a lot of neutral colors and things like that for you to be able to wear every day, but I think these would be perfect for springtime. Another thing that I found is the Profusion sparkling eye toppers, and these are such a good dupe for the Stila glitter things that look similar to this. I forgot the name right now, and these are a fraction of the price. I think I paid like $5 for these, and they just look so beautiful. They make your eye look wet, and that's literally what I'm looking for. I love that sort of just like glittery, reflective eye. That's the look that I go for when I don't want something that's matte and I want it to just, you know, speak. I want to like look at myself in the mirror and see the sparkle, and that just brings me joy. So this is definitely a product that I would say check it out. And if you love these, then I would suggest, you know, investing or spending more money on the Stila ones, because the Stila ones are definitely an OG and are so good, but these are as well, and they have a lot of different colors for you to be able to just try, put over the lid for a really beautiful sparkly effect. Another one that I wanted to show you is the Essence Melt Chrome eyeshadows. Now these eyeshadows really caught me by surprise because they are so beautiful. This is what it looks like, and they just give a beautiful, like, do you see this? It is once again like melted rose gold. It's insane how Essence achieves that, and it's literally like $3 or $4, which is insane. And that on the eyes looks so beautiful. Once again, an easy way to just make your eyes look so beautiful without having to do much work. They have different shades in this. This is the color Zinc About You, which is a really pretty like pinky rose gold color, and I think that it's so beautiful. I also have this color Warm Bronze, and I think this one is perfect for the fall time, but definitely check those out. And it's Essence, so it's super affordable. And then the last one that sort of gives a similar effect but would be a little more on the higher end side are the Urban Decay single eyeshadows, and these, oh my goodness, this is my favorite one. This one is in the shade Solstice. Guys, This is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow toppers. I am a sucker for eyeshadow that has that duochrome blue and pink look. It is such a beautiful color and it'll just look so beautiful over the eye. I am obsessed. I'm telling you, if you want to play with your, like, you want to start applying some eyeshadow, or you want to just start applying a look to your eyes, but you're like scared of an eyeshadow palette, or you just don't know how to even use it, start with single eyeshadows like this that are just easy. Literally all you need to do is dab your finger in it, swipe it over your eye, make sure it's blended, mascara, and you have an entire look. These are so good. I would definitely say, I wouldn't say they're dupes for each other, just because the Urban Decay are mostly duochrome, so they have two different colors, whereas the Essence, it's a single color, but the finish is very much similar and you should definitely check those out. Okay, so the last eye product that we will be talking about in this video are gel eyeliners, and honestly Colourpop just kills it with their eyeliners and their colors. So I just picked out some of these really fun and colorful gel liners because I think they're perfect for the springtime. We have this pretty pink, blue, purple, yellow, and green, and I think they're so pretty for applying to the waterline. I don't know if you can see, oh, you can see it better in that one. I used this purple eyeliner right here just to, you know, sort of accentuate that really pretty color and also just make the eye pop. When I look at myself in the mirror, I can really see it, especially against my brown eyes, and I think it looks so beautiful. So I would definitely recommend getting gel liners in these really fun and pretty colors, and you can apply this to a neutral look and just slowly start incorporating colors into your look, not in a way that is super scary by like putting all green all over your eyelid or things like that, but this is such a fun way to just introduce color into your look and play around with some spring colors. Another way you can use is applying this as a liner. You can definitely do that with nothing else on, mascara, and it looks beautiful. So definitely would suggest these. So now we're gonna move on to some face products. I don't have a ton here just because I wanted to focus mainly on eye products and things like that, but I do have some staple items that I think are just perfect for the springtime. And by all means, you do not need to buy any of these items. You might have something similar in your makeup collection. I kind of just want to bring them out and show them to you so that might inspire you to play around with it. Who knows? Who knows? So first thing that I think of for the springtime is definitely blush. Getting that really pretty flushed look, and I am obsessed with these like pinky, coral, peachy colors like I showed you from the palettes that I have used as blushes. So one of the ones that I would definitely suggest is the Burt's Bee Bare Peach blush. This is such a beautiful color. It is so pretty on my skin tone. I think it'll look so beautiful on so many different skin tones. The finish is nice. It gives a matte finish. There isn't really any shimmer or anything in it. Obsessed. I love it. They also have another one, I think it's called like Cinnamon Toast or something, which is also really pretty. It leans a little more on the brown side, but it is such a beautiful finish. I absolutely love it. I also have this blush from She Glam, which is the makeup line from Shein, and it's a new product in my collection and I have fallen in love with it. Once again, we have these like really corally color and it just looks so beautiful. It looks amazing on the skin, just absolutely perfection. It is a matte color and it doesn't have any, once again, any like glitter or any sheen or anything like that. It just gives such a beautiful finish, and I was honestly so impressed with this because I think it was under like $5, which is insane. And then the last two that I have for blushes, which are another one of my absolute favorites, are these e.l.f. duos that have an highlighter and a blush, and this one is in the color Lychee, and it is such a beautiful color. Let me just open this second one because these are the two that I have and I use to death. Literally, they are two colors that I am absolutely obsessed with. They kind of look similar when you look at them like this. I'm trying to put them one on top of the other, and there's just one that's more peachy than the other, and the other one is more neutral. This one is the one that's a bit more pinky, and this one is Lychee, the one that I showed you, and this one is going to be Spiced Apple, which leans a little more on the peachy side, but I love these. I think they're so pretty. Definitely up my alley with those tones. Absolutely love that. Moving on, we have a luminous bronzer. For the most part, I like my bronzers to be matte. I don't really like the luminous look of bronzer just because most luminous bronzers usually have like gold specks in them or like glitter, and I don't really like that. But when I tried this Essence Sun Club Luminous Bronzing Powder, I was truly impressed because there's no shimmer, there's no glitter. It's an actual like sheen of color, and I have it on. I don't know if you can see. It makes my skin just look luminous in a natural way. It doesn't look like I put any glitter. It doesn't it doesn't pull any like gold specks or anything like that. And I just absolutely love it. I think that Essence nailed this formula. I think that they nailed the sheen aspect of it. And I think it is just so beautiful, and I hope they come out with more colors because I absolutely love it. Here it is, just so that you can see sort of like that luminous reflection over it, that it's not, there's no particles or anything. It just looks beautiful and gives you sort of just like a healthy glow. We're narrowing down on the products. I have just 3 more products next, and I could not do this video without talking about what is responsible for this glow on my face and products that are very similar to it. On my face, I have this Kevyn Glass Glow Face Illuminator, and this is a new addition to my collection. But guys, when I tell you this is like next level, she is next level. She does not, it literally gives you the glass wet look that so many brands have been trying to achieve without letting you sort of like, without leaving your skin like feeling gross or just breaking apart your skin. As you can see, I have it here, and that's all I have for highlight. And I was just so impressed with this like product. I'm like, why have I not had this product in my collection before? It is just so beautiful. So if you are one of those girls that just loves the dewy look, you want the wet look, honey, you're welcome. That's the product you need. Another one that I've been using for quite a while too, to sort of achieve that similar look, is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter product. And this is another one of those items that is just so beautiful. You can apply it with no makeup on, you can apply it with your makeup on, and it just once again gives you that wet look as well. You can put this as highlighter, and it just looks so beautiful on the skin. So as you can see, they're very similar, and I am obsessed with those. I think they look so beautiful and would be a perfect addition to a spring look. So now we're on to the last item, and that is definitely going to be some sort of gloss or lip oil. Here I have my Colourpop Luxe Lip Oil, and this one is in the shade called Dewdrop, and it's just a clear gloss that you can easily just put over the lip. It is so pretty to just be able to highlight. I'm just putting some there in the center, and it just looks so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I am more of a matte girl. I like a matte lip, especially now that we're wearing masks. But for the springtime and for the summertime, I just think a beautiful, glowy lip just looks hydrated, just looks beautiful, and just goes with that flushed look. So I would definitely recommend bringing out, buying, or just using a lip gloss or a clear lip oil like this to just be able to hydrate your lips. All right guys, so that concludes this video. I hope you guys found it useful. If you have these items in your collection, by all means take them out, use them, and create some beautiful spring looks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.